I am pleased to welcome you to another virtual UCS Wellness event. This presentation is the third in a series of social, emotional health, and wellness sessions designed to know the why. Knowing why you are feeling the way you are, or why someone is behaving a certain way, empowers you to make a change or to be more understanding. This session's discussion, We Matter, focuses on the importance of students taking care of themselves. Good mental health allows students to think more clearly, improve their relationships, and cope with adversity. Thank you to the UCS professionals and students who work together to create this informative presentation. Utica truly cares and supports the wellness of our students, families, and community. I'm glad you are here, and I thank you for watching.
Welcome, UCS family and friends. On behalf of the UCS Wellness Committee, I would like to welcome you to our We Matter Wellness presentation. I'm Kelly Bronsky, a counselor and teacher at Utica High School. In this presentation, you will be hearing from members of our Utica High Student Mental Health Committee. This committee was established at the onset of this school year to address the increasing need for purposeful dialogue and useful strategies to address the social, emotional well-being of our entire school community. The committee is comprised of administrators, counselors, and students who are passionate about helping students and staff navigate the mental and emotional challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic and beyond. I could not be more proud of the work our students have been doing, and I am very excited for them to share some of that work with you today. Mary Boris, Caitlin Tuttle, and Sophia Megwit will be providing the student perspective on wellness by discussing how learning to take care of yourself now is not only important for today, but for the rest of your life. These students will be highlighting strategies and resources available to you and ways to utilize them to improve your overall well-being. Thank you for spending your time with us. Mary, take it away.
Thank you, Ms. Bronsky. Many people ask, why is it important for students to take care of themselves? Well, to answer that question, it's always important to take care of yourself, student or not. Mental and emotional health have many benefits to your thought process, creativity, and relationships with others. Taking care of your mental health can lower your stress levels, improve your physical health, and lead to more positivity and energy in your life. It's important to look for different indicator signs in your peers. It's normal to experience these indicators occasionally, but it can be concerning if these indicators prevent you from your day-to-day tasks and activities. Some of these indicators include worrying all day long about something, sudden changes in mood, and sleeping too much or lack thereof. Accentuate the positive things in your life. Caring for yourself isn't something to be ashamed of. As displayed in the graphic, never be ashamed of who you are. There is never any shame in admitting you need a break. Some more indicator signs that can be worrying include decreased appetite, making statements about self-harm, or withdrawing yourself from social settings, family, and friends. It's important to contact people and ask for help if you're having a hard time. While alone time is helpful, sometimes it's beneficial to get help from friends, family, or people you trust. Now I'll pass the mic to Caitlin.
Thank you, Mary. When taking care of yourself, it is vital you take a break for yourself as well. Fill your break with anything you may need, whether it be quiet or loud, busy or calm environments. Breaks are nothing to feel ashamed of, and more often than not, it might give you a fresh, clean slate to work on. When thinking about self-care, there's two aspects you should be thinking about: your physical and mental well-being. In some cases, these may overlap. Maintaining connections, enjoying hobbies, and other activities may help you maintaining your self-care. However, a lot of work is put into this to maintain it. I understand, and it's completely normal. A little bit is better than nothing. Do what you can, and if you can't do some of these things, and some of them might not help you, whatever the case may be, it's okay. Take some time to think about it. You know yourself the best, and you will know how to take care of yourself the best as well. The next slide are some additional things you can try. Take what works for you and leave out the things you don't. For example, I enjoy meditation, and it's one of my favorite hobbies. However, I am terrible with keeping daily records of anything. That doesn't work for me, so I take my meditation and leave journaling to the writers. They have all my respect. I think all of us have a little bit of change we want to see in the world. That little part of yourself that gets really excited about helping people out. However, it's okay and it's preferred that maybe that little part of self should be dedicated to you. It's not selfish for trying to take care of yourself in this world. The world is a big place, and the world has most of those people that it needs. And when you take care of yourself, it's a ripple effect, and it helps the people around you. Whatever it is to you, don't give up on yourself. You owe yourself that much. While strategies do work for calming us down, there is often stress and anxiety regardless of what we do to try and avoid it. Life is uncomfortable and can be difficult. So identifying where you stand with the stuff that stresses you out helps you identify it and know when you might need some help. One of my stressors is work. I get really stressed out over deadlines, especially when they overlap with each other. And one of my warning signs for when I'm having this stress is distracting myself. One of my main distractors is my phone, but I also know people who use their phones as a coping mechanism. Everyone's unique, and their stressors are also very unique as well to each individual person. I'm going to pass this on to Sophia so she can talk about the self-care strategies.
Thank you, Caitlin. Once we identify that we are not in a good place, it becomes time to do something about it. To try to cope with a poor mental state, the best decision might be to take a break from whatever you are doing. In some cases, it might not be realistic to completely remove yourself from stressors, such as in the case of an upcoming test. But there is so much power in just taking 5. If you are feeling overwhelmed, take a time out. Take a break from whatever it is that is stressing you out, and then return to it later when you're feeling a little bit better. What calms you down might be different from someone else. Don't feel embarrassed about this difference, and don't feel a need to conform. Experiment with what might be most successful for you. For example, I know that I really enjoy reading, but for other people, they might prefer taking a bath. Whatever it may be, it is important to do something for yourself by separating from a negative situation, even if it is just for 5 minutes. In other situations, it may be necessary to take a temporary pause from a daily activity or commitment that is causing you to be stressed. I realize that this might not seem realistic, but strong performance in other areas is tied to having good mental health. Hence the saying, mind over matter. Recognizing the need for a break, no matter how long, is a quality that makes us strong. Another tool to have in our back pocket, as shown on the next slide, is to call a friend or family member. This strategy assuages poor mental health by reassuring you that there are people who love you unconditionally. We may sometimes miss the presence of these people who will support us through thick and thin, but trust me, they are always there. And we may even find this quality in people we did not expect. The key is to reach out to others and know that you are never alone. You never know who else can relate to something you are going through, or if they have faced some of the same challenges as you in the past. It might be calming just to describe what's bothering you and get it off your chest before having to tackle it. Having this type of support system is essential. And though physical distancing has had to become our reality, that doesn't mean that we need to be or should be socially isolated. Like I said, you never need to be alone when troubled by your mental health, for there will always be people to fight alongside you. Or even just to take off your mind from your daily stressors for a bit. Another self-care strategy is positive self-talk. In our culture, sometimes we fall into the really bad habit of tearing ourselves down as part of a joke, or turning to harmful behaviors because we want to fit in. The reality is that these behaviors are destructive, just like negative attitudes are. Instead, we should try to do things that encourage us, like positive self-talk. For example, give yourself a pep talk. Say, I'm doing the best I can. I got this. Or focus on what you can control and don't compare yourself to others. Say, this too shall pass. I am worth it, and I choose happiness. The reality is, though, that trying to convince ourselves that we are happy all the time is just plain untrue. To stay positive while in a bad situation, we needn't always be happy, but instead stay hopeful. Now I will be passing it on to Mary.
Thank you, Sophia. Continuing with some self-care strategies and tips, it's important to find joy in your life. Laughter can really be the best medicine, especially when it comes to mental health. Try to make time for laughter and joy every day by simply looking at memes or funny videos, as they can improve your mood and make you feel better if you're having a hard day. Practicing mindfulness is also very important. Mindfulness is about the here and now, noticing the moment you're in, and recognizing the thoughts that come into your head without self-criticism. A good technique to practice mindfulness is to stop and notice 5 things that appeal to your senses and say those things out loud. Some ways to practice good mental health include considering physical, spiritual, emotional, and mental practices that can help you out. Some examples include doing sports, taking a walk outside, listening to or playing music, or even just reading. All of these things can promote a better state of mind. Practicing at least one of those things on a daily basis can lower your stress levels and make your life a little happier. Now, Sophia will introduce the next graphic.
Thanks, Mary. Now, here are some tips to help us through our changing world. To begin with, maintain a daily routine with consistent sleep, activity, and study patterns. But don't get frustrated with yourself if you want to change it or fall out of routine every once in a while. Next, stay connected with others and try to find moments of humor. Talk to people you feel comfortable with about your feelings or worries. Your thoughts can be turned into writing or speech, but no matter your chosen form of expression, it is not constructive to hold on to them forever. Furthermore, limit the amount of time you spend talking about or watching news media or social media. It is good to take a break from keeping up with the craziness going on in our world. Give yourself a chance to focus on your daily endeavors rather than things you can't always control. Regarding social media, don't compare yourself to others. We all deserve to be different. Be kind to yourself and each other. We will get through this together. No matter how dark the night, the dawn will break. As this next graphic emphasizes, we are not defined by a single label, be it student, doctor, artist. We can take any combination of descriptions that we choose. And we are most definitely not defined by our mental health struggles. Next, we'll take a look at the resources provided by UCS. This plethora of strategies is available because UCS takes a holistic approach to learning by caring about the whole student. This is what the UCS Wellness page looks like. And here on the next slide is a specific project by the district called Monday Moments. It is meant to be an easy way for students and the community to get involved in wellness. As the name suggests, a new version is published every Monday. Each month has a theme, with each week taking a more specific dive within that theme. Each Monday Moment features a quote, personal application, and challenge. These come from the Every Monday Matters website. We are very thankful for their contribution. In many of my classes, teachers work on them with us to instigate important conversations in a safe setting. Monday Moments can also be found on the Utica Community Schools Wellness page. On the next slide, we see the guide paired with our presentation tonight. It summarizes the key points of what we've shared, and we hope it can be put to good use while caring for your well-being. This is yet another resource available on the UCS Wellness page. And now to Caitlin.
Thank you, Sophia. There's plenty of different resources to use when you need help with stress, anxiety, moods, or whatever you're having issues with. Some of those resources include apps such as the Mind Strength app or the Calming Room on the UCS Wellness page, Sunvelio, an anxiety and depression app, Virtual Hope Box app, Mood Meter app, and Headspace. There also happens to be a Headspace series on Netflix if you're more interested in that type of aspect. These resources are not limited to just these, and you should take the time to look for something that will help you out the most. There's also some local resources to seek out for your mental health. The Macomb County Community Mental Health, the Macomb County Crisis Line 24/7, the Macomb County Health Department, the COVID-19 Support Services, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, the Trinity Community Care, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline 24/7, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI, the Trevor Project, LGBTQI support. All these resources are here for your own benefit. Please do not hesitate to contact them as they are all confidential. Now I'm going to pass this on to Sophia so she can end our presentation.
Thank you, Caitlin. In life, we may find ourselves constantly trying to give to those around us, or feel that life has taken a lot out of us. The truth is that you can't give from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first, so you can then care for others. With that in mind, our final presentation in this wellness chain is called We All Matter, and will be taking place on Tuesday, May 11th from 7 to 8 p.m. We can't wait to see you all there to explore how after we students care for ourselves, we can reach out to lift up each other. Thank you for joining us.